Well, hello, it's Donna from Flavors with a Twist. And how are my favorite twisters doing today? I hope you're doing well. What we're going to do today, favorite twisters, we are going to make a quick and easy recipe. And this recipe is going to be oh so delicious, guys. We are going to make some potatoes au gratin. And basically, potatoes au gratin is like a scallop potato, but it has cheese in it. So, in front of you are all the delicious ingredients we're going to use. In this dish right here, I have some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. I have an 8-ounce block of Mozzarella cheese that I shredded. And I also shredded an 8-ounce block of Cheddar Cheese. I have 2 cups of milk in here, a cup of heavy cream in here. I have a real small onion chopped in there. Over here, I have some Dijon mustard. I have some better than bouillon chicken base, and I have a stick of butter. I also have 3 tablespoons of flour, a teaspoon of onion powder, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. And did I mention I have salt and pepper over here? And also in this dish, in this bowl, I have the potatoes. And what I did, I'll show you in a minute, how I just sliced the potatoes in 1-inch slices. And here they go right here. And what I did, I parboiled them for exactly 8 minutes. So that way it won't take long for us to bake them. They could only have to bake like maybe a half an hour instead of when I usually do scallop potatoes and I leave them raw. I have to bake them for like an hour and 15 to 20 minutes. So we're going to shorten that process, guys. So what we're going to do now is go over to the stove and we are going to make our cheese sauce. All I'm doing here, guys, is cutting the russet potatoes into about 1-inch pieces. Because we are going to parboil these a little bit before we bake them. So just cut them like that. That's all you have to do. And see the pieces? There you go. Okay, guys, after I slice my potatoes, I am parboiling them for like 8 minutes. So I got 2 more minutes to go, and I'm going to take these out and drain them. Now what I'm doing now, I have the pan here, and I'm adding 3 tablespoons of butter, of that stick of butter that I showed you. So now let this melt, and we're going to get the rest of our ingredients in there. Now what we're going to do is add that chopped onion. Yum. Onions smell so good, especially when they're sauteed in butter. Yummy. So what I'm going to do, guys, is let this go for about 3 minutes. Then we'll start adding our flour and our cream. And guys, what I'm going to do to make sure I have enough, I'm going to add another tablespoon of butter to the pan. So that'll make sure that, it's enough. And so that'll be 4 tablespoons instead of 3. There we go. That looks better. Yum. Now, you want to shake in those 3 tablespoons of flour. And we're going to let this go till some of this flour cooks off. The rest in. It's basically making a roux, but you're doing it with the onions in the pan, that's all. I'm using the back of my spoon to flatten it out to make sure that the flour's mixed. And it looks like it's pretty good, guys. So I'm going to let this go for like another minute, and then we're going to start adding our milk and our cream. Alrighty, now what we're going to do is add in those 2 cups of milk. Okay, give that a stir. And we're going to add in that cup of heavy whipping cream. Yum. Now I'm going to bring this up to like a low boil, and you'll see the sauce starting to thicken up. But what you want to do now, while that's in there, let's add some salt and pepper. Okay. And you do this to taste, guys. I try to make sure it goes all over. I just love when you put the pepper in, you can see what it's doing. Okay. Alrighty. And I'm going to add like a teaspoon of that Better Than Bouillion chicken base, just for flavor. This is going to be delicious, guys. Just put it through, it'll start to melt. And that's all you need. But it gives the potatoes such good flavor, guys. Now it came up to a boil. I put it on low. And what we're going to do is add that teaspoon of onion powder and the teaspoon of garlic powder. And we're going to stir that in. Then we're going to start adding our cheese. This is going to be so good, guys. Alrighty then. It looks good and it smells good too. So now what we're going to do is start adding our cheese. What I'm going to do, like this Parmesan cheese, I'm going to add a couple of handfuls of that. And I'm going to do the same thing with the cheddar and the mozzarella, because what we're going to do, guys, is save the rest to go over the potatoes. Okay? When we put them in the casserole dish. Okay. That was the cheddar, and here's the mozzarella. Okay. Now let me stir this in until it melts. Alright, guys. Our cheese is melted and it looks pretty good, so I'm not going to add any more milk to it. So what I'm going to do is turn this off, and we are going to put it in the dish with our potatoes. And guys, I almost forgot. I got a tablespoon of that Dijon mustard. So I'm going to stir that in, because it really doesn't have to cook in it. You want it in there to give it some zest. Now that's all mixed up. Now, let's get this over the potatoes. Okay, guys, I got half of the potatoes in there. And what I'm going to do is just spoon this over there. This pan is so heavy, especially when you get something in it, it's cast iron. Now we're going to spoon the sauce over. Alrighty. And I did put this in a buttered dish. I buttered the dish at the bottom. Just like that. Now what we're going to do is take some more of that Parmesan. Okay. And we're going to take some of the mozzarella. That's why I said you only need the 8-ounce blocks for this. And I shredded it myself in my cheese shredder. Okay. And we're going to put some more cheddar. And you want to bake this in a 375-degree oven. Put the rest of them in. Here we go. I only had 6 potatoes, so it's like, you know, it wasn't a whole lot. Because this is just for me and my husband and maybe my granddaughter when she comes down. Me and my husband can eat this whole casserole dish ourselves. Okay. Then I'll have to get it off my counter. Alrighty. Now let me try to pick this heavy baby up. I'm not going to be able to pick it up and it's still hot. Just put the sauce over like that. I should have just put it in a handle pot. I don't know what I be thinking sometimes. I just be cooking. Okay. Just let it drip down in there. Alrighty. Now we're going to put the rest of the cheese on. And we should be good to go. Now. I'll clean my counter off because I'm not finished making a mess yet. So give me a minute. Alrighty. Now, get the rest of that Parmesan. Put it over. And the mozzarella. Rest of that. And the rest of the cheddar. Okay. Now, let me wet a paper towel here. And clean this here off because I don't like to put a dish in the oven with stuff hanging down the side. Because what happens, it burns on there. It messes your dishes up. Okay. Alrighty. Now, get this mess up. And I'll get everything cleaned up while this is in the oven. So what I'm going to do, guys, is put this in the oven at 375 degrees. And let it finish baking for about 30-35 minutes. See you then. Okay, guys, I'm back. And I left our potatoes in there for exactly 30 minutes. Look at this, guys. Let's give this a taste. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Okay. And I mean that cream is all the way down in there. Alrighty. Look at the cheese pool. Look at this, guys. Yum. It's still hot, so I don't want to burn my mouth. Look at the cheese. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Oh God. These are delicious. And guys, that Better Than Bouillion gave it a kick. The sauce. And the cheeses, even the Dijon mustard. So don't leave those out, guys, when you make this. This is so good. Look at this cream sauce. And the potatoes is nice and tender. That's why I say it 30 minutes in the oven, guys. But when I usually do this recipe, with raw potatoes, it takes like an hour and 15 minutes. So with this recipe, you're in and out. It is so good. So let me bring this camera down, see if you can see it good. So this is Flavors with a Twist, my version of potatoes au gratin. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Give me a thumbs up on this one, guys. This recipe is delicious. So this is Donna from Flavors with a Twist. Make this for your family, guys. Bye.